Hello guys, it's Derek here of the Derek Tafuma University. So basically I'll be starting in about a minute. Just want to let my friends know that I'm online. So I'm gonna post this to my timeline. There we go. That's done. So I've been talking about Bitcoin and the blockchain and cryptocurrencies and the Bitcoin network. So today I want to look at a story which came out this week on Sunday actually. It came out on Sunday. Today is Friday. It came out last Sunday, and it's concerning the president of Venezuela, who has made an announcement, or who made an announcement in which his country is moving on to the blockchain. So let me just check if my volume is working here. An announcement, or who made an announcement? Okay, that's okay. That's working. So basically, when we talk about cryptocurrencies and the Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash and Dash and Ripple and all the other cryptocurrencies that you can find, there's more than 1,400. There's about 1,400 now, and all of them are being traded on various stock exchanges. Now, we've actually not heard of a national cryptocurrency. So what we're seeing in Venezuela is the first of its kind, where instead of just having a cryptocurrency which is borderless, which is not controlled by a government, in this case we might get the first case of a cryptocurrency which is being controlled by a government, and this government is Venezuela. Venezuela is experiencing some challenges, so we're just going to go through exactly what's happening in Venezuela. So Venezuela's president, I'll just read for you here. Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, has announced the creation of the country's national cryptocurrency. So this is no ordinary cryptocurrency. It is a national cryptocurrency. Okay, it will be called the Petro and will be backed by the nation's oil, gold, gas, and diamond reserves. So the bitcoins and the cryptocurrencies that we've known so far are not backed by any of these natural resources. It'll be the first time that a cryptocurrency is actually backed by the same things that back some, or that used to back some national currencies, but we know some national fiat currencies. But we know that most of them are now fiat currencies because they abandoned the backing, or the gold standard, as they call it. So now we have fiat currencies, which basically means that the government becomes the guarantor that this is real money, and everybody trusts the government to say they know that if the government says it's real money, then it is real money. So there's a social contract between the people and the government, and that social contract is such that the people believe, or they trust, that what the government says goes. But as with other fiat currencies across the globe, what's been happening is that governments have been printing more money than the economy actually needs for their own purposes. So this overprinting of money has resulted in the money losing value. And the money loses value because the people start losing trust in that money. And then inflation comes in. So these are some of the problems that fiat currencies are having. The other problem with fiat currencies, which cryptocurrency or cryptocurrencies are trying to fix is the fact that not only can they lose their value, not only can governments just print as much as they want, but there's currency wars, there's fiat currency wars or economic wars between governments that are a little bit hostile to each other or hostile to each other. And when this happens, for example, the US might impose sanctions on a country, and when that happens, the economy of the country suffers, which means their currency suffers, which means their people suffer. So we have a situation where people are suffering because a certain government has decided to impose sanctions on another government, thereby affecting the currency of that government and affecting the people of that country. So the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, announced on Sunday that his country will create a national currency. Let me just show you where I'm reading. Change this color so that we have something else. See, today I'm using a different application which can allow me to annotate. So I'll show you what this application is actually called. Let me see. Can't remember the name of it, but it works with Evernote, so it's an Evernote document, but I'll show you which one it is. It's a red one, Sketch. Okay, so Sketch is integrated into Evernote, which means I'm actually using Sketch to do this for the annotations, and you can do the same. Okay, so this is the president, and I can just use an arrow to show you Mr. President there. So there is Mr. Maduro, the president, and this is what he has to say. The president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, announced on Sunday that his country will create a national cryptocurrency. So this is new, okay? Having a national cryptocurrency is not something we have experienced yet. So there it is. That's basically rubbing it out. Okay, I think I'll use something else for that underline. So he's gonna call it a petro. Let's see. Let's do that so that we just underline it. Okay, it's going to be called the petro. Its goal is to combat what the leftist leaders say is a financial blockade against the crisis hit nation spurred by US sanctions. So this was reported by Reuters. Maduro explained that the new currency will be backed by oil, gold, gas, and diamond reserves. Okay, Agencia Venezolana de Noticias wrote. He was quoted saying, and this is his quotation. Let's see. Let's change this color again, make it red. So he was quoted as saying this: I want to announce that Venezuela is going to implement a new cryptocurrency system based on oil reserves in order to advance in the area of monetary sovereignty. This will allow us to move towards new forms of international financing for the economic and social development of the country. So there are a few contradictions here in that statement, because he wants to implement a new cryptocurrency system, okay, based on oil reserves in order to advance in the area of monetary sovereignty, which they are suffering from, and this will allow us to move towards new forms of international financing for the economic and social development of the country. But our experience with cryptocurrencies is such that cryptocurrencies are borderless. They have no central control, so central banks are not in charge of them. But in this case, it looks like what Venezuela is going to do is to centralize a system which should actually be decentralized. Because if they decentralize it, it means that if it becomes borderless, then people or rich people from other countries can buy the cryptocurrency, can buy the Venezuela cryptocurrency, El Petro, and if they do that, then they basically own the resources because it's linked to the resources. So it's a little bit tricky, which is why this is supposed to be a borderless type of money, because it's not a fiat currency which a bank can print. So I don't know how they are going to do this. I think we just need to wait for the details of this because it's never been done before. So the idea of a national currency in Venezuela was met with widespread scorn from obviously the idea of a cryptocurrency is still a little bit far-fetched for a lot of people, which is why I'm doing these videos, to try and educate as many people as possible, and just to share information really on what is going on here. So actually the Venezolano have actually turned to Bitcoin mining since on Friday the black market rate for $1 is 103,000 bolivars. It was 10,000 at the end of July. And the economy is shrinking 12% according to the IMF this year, and its annual inflation rate is expected to surpass 2,300%. So these figures will tell you that the economy is not moving in the right direction, and whether this move towards a blockchain-based cryptocurrency, whether that's going to work, is going to be a case study for this country, because it will be the first country to introduce a national cryptocurrency. Okay guys, so that's it for today. I just wanted to share this bit of information because this is something which is really not been done before. So we are waiting to see exactly how it's going to be implemented and whether the government has the capacity to do that. We have to wait and see. So as usual, soon after I finish here, I'm going to place this video on YouTube so you can still access it from there. So again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.